GTII could be showing us the range bottom that we've actually been talking about for quite some time. Let's go ahead and go over those details now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is Arca coming at you with a GTII technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis on this Taco Tuesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called Arca Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so I want to touch down on the profile of volatility versus momentum. This is volatility represented by this indicator BBWP. Please remember that volatility is direction neutral. So only because this is pivoted towards the upside does not mean that the price action will go to the upside. It is entirely neutral. Okay, you guys, we use momentum in order for us to validate that upside or downside thesis. Okay, in this case, you can actually see that we still have a downside, bias here on the stochastic momentum. Not something I'm making up, just something that's literally apparent here on the charts. Okay, you guys? Pardon me. So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here, as I would actually like to kind of take a look at the shorter time frames as well, because we are already getting very overextended. Okay, you guys. So first of all, please notice this. Okay, this is kind of like what we're looking for. Okay, we want to look for the shorter time frame, upside pivots on momentum, right? So what happens is that when we have an upside pivot that's pretty much like this one here on the 30-minute, that would likely cascade into the hourly. See how it's not so pivoted to the upside as much? Notice the bi-hourly is a little shorter than that, and notice that the 4-hour is still downside and the 6-hour is still downside. Okay, so we want the shorter time frames to essentially start pushing that upside. Okay, but since we do have still downside on the major time frames here, 6-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, daily, bi-daily, all of those, even up to our 3-day, what we want to do is actually see the reason why. Right. So, and I think I know why. So let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have. Okay, you guys. So this is the weekly Gaussian channel, bi-weekly Gaussian channel that we've actually looked at for quite some time now. Right. So this has actually shown us that anytime that we have kind of crossed into that upside of the mean band, we have actually faced some pretty nice moves to the upside. The last one being that move that we got all the way up to $9. Right. So as soon as we crossed that mean band, we got that move to the upside. Please notice right over here, you guys, that we are on a downtrend, and our mean band is located right at about 133. So if you're not familiar with those targets, let's go ahead and take a look at why. Okay, you guys. So please remember that the bottom side of the chop zone, right? When we were up here, I was saying that we're just going to come back down and chop around this area up and down until we actually get a good news or a catalyst that can actually send this thing for a reason to the upside, right? So we're doing that again. Okay, you guys. So so please notice here that this chop zone that we used the last time before we bounced to the upside is located between 130 and 121, very much rhyming with the 133 or 132 level here of the Gaussian mean band, right? So very likely that can actually touch down to the area of about 130. Please remember that the range is 121 to 130 though, before we can actually face a pretty nice move to the upside, of which we've used before, right? So in particular, the time where we went to $9, that's what we used. We used 130 right there. You see that? We dipped all the way back down on the wick, all the way to 124, right? So now keep that target in mind, 124, because that's the lower wick here, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to the analysis and see what else we got. This is the pennant that we're building, right? You guys, please remember that the pennant absolutely needs contracting price, right, in order for us to kind of make that upside move. So what is the downside here? We still have a day and 18 hours of this 5-day iteration to kind of close, right? So let's go ahead and dive right back down here. And what is that target that you're looking at to the right? That is right. That is $1.24, right on the money. And why is that 124? In case you forgot, look at the lower end of this candle here. Let's just go ahead and kind of hover over the candle and look at the L, okay? Look at the L value for low. What is that low that you're looking at there? 124, right? Right to the wick, right down here. right? So I'm not saying that we're going to catapult to the moon from there, but I am saying is that this area has been used for massive bounces, okay? You guys remember, I drew this range here the last time we were looking at it. I said, guys, we can actually move right on down to the area of about 121 to 130 and make a move that's about almost 50% to the upside. You can literally create your own squeeze within this area, but please remember, guys, that it's very difficult to read the charts here within the GTII asset in assets similar to this, okay? You guys, this is, I have expressed it to you several times of how much of a challenge it is for me to actually apply my method in my strategy on heavily manipulated stocks and absolutely psychologically impaired assets, okay? You guys, these are very difficult to read. I am going to reiterate it, okay? It is absolutely difficult. My strategy very much works with tickers of higher value. I'm talking about like your Apples, your American Airlines, right? You guys, like those types of tickers, even small caps, just not heavily manipulated stocks. It works very well, but still, you know, I've gotten several very nice emails and very nice comments all over Twitter, all over YouTube, all over Discord. You guys asking me for me to actually provide my opinion on what's happening with GTII. Of course, you guys, I definitely, you know, I'm hearing you. I see you there, right? It's just there's a lot of negative Nancy's out there, right? That kind of look at my thesis as being paid by the shorts. Guys, no, I'm not paid by any short. I'm not here by any institution. Guys, I work for my damn self. I don't report to nobody. I don't owe anything to nobody. Okay, you guys, it's all me. Okay, you guys, so please don't dumb down my strategy into looking at it like I'm being paid. It's not like that, guys. I've done so much work here, especially from when my son was dying, right? This was the idea. I made sure to learn the strategy here so I can get an edge of my very own, guys. Nobody tells me what to do. Okay, you guys, so this, just know that Arca is giving you a very honest opinion, guys, and we can actually face a pretty nice bounce from this area here of about $1.21 to 130, of which we have used several times, guys. The history tells us right here. Okay, you guys, the history alone tells us. Here, look at this chop zone all over this area. Look at the chop zone all over this area. It's historically choppy, guys. It's always here. All right, so we need to make sure to get some type of catalyst. We need to make sure to get some type of bull action, and then we can actually make that move upside of that very critical resistance of about 181. Okay, you guys, we've spoken about that resistance several times, but yes, we are still looking at this chop zone here. Okay, you guys, very likely for us to find a very nice bounce from this area of about 121 to 130 for a 50% shot to the upside. Yeah, so you can see here, it can happen fairly quickly, or it can actually happen with an ebb and flow, right? You guys, we don't know what's going to happen, but that's essentially my opinion here. Okay, you guys, please remember first and foremost that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. Okay, you guys, I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. All right, you guys, but please know that I'm here for you. Definitely send me messages. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys want. Okay, you guys. So, but with that said, I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, you guys.